Hello to my Capricorns. All right, Capricorns. All right, all right, all right. Hopefully, you all are having a good day today. We're in a waxing crescent moon phase, and I will say this for my new people joining. First and foremost, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I mentioned moon phases because the collective community asked me to talk about moon phases. A lot of you all like to learn about moon phases, but it's a waxing crescent moon, and it's in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is currently retrograde. So usually we're around retrogrades, people hear so much about what they can't do, and it's usually around, can't, look for a job, can't, like things around communication, because it's a communication planet. Mercury is the messenger planet. You may have heard that. It's a messenger planet, but it's also knowledge and learning planet. It actually rules Gemini and it rules Virgo, right? So yeah. So Mercury is retrograde until April 7th. And we're going to just jump right on in. All right, so things around communication, self-discovery and communication, how you communicate, how other people communicate. So yeah, usually I start out a reading with an intention, right? So that's a form of communication. You're setting the tone for your day. Praying over the space, right? Clearing the energy, right? That's a form of communication because I want to receive downloads. So I'm sending out a message to source, but I want to receive response, downloads, answers from within, right? But also how we communicate with each other. What kind of messages do we send out to other people about how we dress, how we look, their first impressions of us in interviews, on dates, our neighbors, their impressions of us, how we view our neighbors, groups that we enter into, all of those, right? So self-discovery, communication, intentions, new beginnings. Since this is a new you, right? New you. So you're springing forward, right? Deciding where you put your energy, balanced out. Let's get into it. All right. Okay, so here we go. Your past is calling. Don't answer. If someone's past is calling, it can call you in a lot of different ways. Only source knows how it's going to call you. What's the best way to call you? So it could be a phone call, text message, email. It can come through a memory, a dream. So that's why I talk about water so much, keeping yourself hydrated. It'd be total recall of something, right? Remember, we had a new moon in Aries, right? So we're still sort of in a new moon phase, crossing over to the first quarter moon. So you can be getting downloads reminding you to take some kind of action, right? So you have to decide to answer the call or not answer the call, right? So you want to be obedient to source. Somebody could be reminding you, okay, you forgot to do something. You could be still confused, still waiting on source, right? So obedience to source is better than sacrificing, not being obedient to source. So let's see what is going on in the cards. What is going on? Let's see. So yeah, in terms of setting intentions, there it is. That's the intention. Your past is calling. Don't answer. So what new intention should I set to harness the energy of the waxing crescent moon? That's a question I'm asking the source. And how can I best use this period of sowing seeds for future growth, right? That's intentions and new beginnings. New beginnings for you, new beginnings for others, right? Right. How can I cultivate a balance between logic and intuition during this phase? Yeah, so someone is really, really trying to really pour into themselves. This is a person who is, the King of Cups is a person who is, their water is completely clear. Emotionally, they are very clear-headed emotionally. Like, you're not contaminated by anyone else's emotions, their feelings about something. You're that clear, crystal clear, emotionally clear. Right? Right? So here we have the Empress card. You're trying to grow your abundance. You're trying to grow your abundance. You're trying to grow your prosperity. You're trying to grow your abundance and your prosperity. This is the Tower card, right? So you're having a total recall of something. Total recall of something, right? Total recall. Right? Here's the Emperor card. So this Emperor card would be you adding structure and authority to your emotions, right? Not being influenced by anything, right? Right. So you embody both of these, right? So it takes two to create something, right? To create a child, obviously, a seed planted, right? To grow, right? So this is you making you were created. You were created in water. First time we experienced water isn't in a womb, but a seed had to be planted in a womb for you, King of Cups, to be created. Right? So you are very clear about something, right? You're in a very vulnerable position. You're in a very vulnerable position, right? And here we have the 8 of Cups. So somebody's coming out of a depth of emotions about something. You're tossing something into a burning bowl, and you're very clear about something, right? So I don't know what you're clear about, but it's 8 of Cups. But somebody's coming out of a depth of emotions and walking towards the sun, right? The sunlight, that sun cleansing, like sun bathing. Doesn't matter if it's snowing outside, whatever. Remember, sleet, hail. I'm talking to people all over the world, so it could be snowing where you are. Doesn't matter what the weather is wherever you are. If it's light outside, the sun is illuminating the sky. So it doesn't matter what the, doesn't matter if you're on the beach and the sky is clear, right? Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is where you feel like you feel like this new person, right? You feel like this new person. You're just like you feel like new self-worth, right? You feel like this new sense of self-worth. This is you. Feel like you have this whole new sense of self-worth, right? Right? Because you're on top of everything. This is you. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Whole new sense of self-worth. Yeah. So you have an innate spiritual understanding. This is right here. You have an innate spiritual understanding of just like the physical world, like of how you are structured, like how you are built. Like you have you understand self. Like you really understand who you are. Like you know your worth, right? So that's how I feel like somebody is growing their money. You're growing your money because you know where you want to plant seeds to grow, right? You grow where you're planted. Like you know where you want to work, you know where you want to live. Like you know where you want to plant seeds, right? You know where you want to plant seeds. Right? So you're on the rebirth side of something. You're on the rebirth side of something. So yeah. So I think both in your personal and your professional life, I don't know that something is, I don't know. Well, I feel like you are going to feel empowered. And that's all that matters. That's really all that matters. I feel like you are going to feel empowered. So that's all that matters. You feel empowered. You're closing out something, right? So You're closing out something. I feel like somebody may have prayed and meditated on something, but yeah, I feel like you're going to feel empowered. And that's it. Yeah. I feel like you may have examined, right, you may have gone through your mind. You know, you may have received some downloads through prayer and meditation for yourself concerning your 6th house, and that's about your health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, your diet, spiritual practices. And that's how someone came up with some kind of decision about something. You're down to earth. You're quite relatable. And all of this is genderless down here, right here. Even though you see king, you see queen here, you see queen here, you know. Yeah. Somebody is very structured. Someone is very, like I said, clear-headed about something. So you're on top of something. So very balanced out. Very balanced out. You have a lot in common with a lot of people. I mean, you have a lot in common with a lot of people. I mean, yeah. Yep. So spiritually, I feel like somebody's 7 and 4 is 11. 11, somebody is like physically like getting off the fence. You know, you're not confused. Somebody's making a decision. Somebody's making a decision. You know what you're motivated by. You know what you're not motivated by. That's the end of that. The end. There it is. Let's close it out. Let's close it out. Let's close it out. Let's close it out. Independence. So somebody is pretty independent. Somebody is pretty independent. Your reading is a very positive reading in that the moon being in a waxing crescent moon in Gemini is about because Gemini is a messenger planet. It's just like how we send out messages, how we receive messages. So your sign is a cardinal sign, right? So cardinal signs is just showing a leader, like someone is a leader. It's just really showing that someone is a leader. So that's what this is, right? Savings, you always need to put something off for a bad day. So create savings for the future. So somebody has money coming their way. Growing your money. Sweet success. Some kind of gift is coming your way. So, right, and you are a gift, people, right? You're focusing on your needs, right? You have foresight. Somebody is a light worker. You are a light worker. And that's another gift that someone has inherited, right? You could have inherited from both sides of your family. Again, there's never a competition with gifts that you receive. You are you. Everybody's their own, right? Yeah, you're your own person. You're your own person. But that is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.